Have you ever wondered why you pick one brand over another, or why some products just seem to click with people instantly? Well, it almost always comes down to one single powerful thing: a great value proposition. It's the core promise you make to a customer. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can build one that makes your business or your idea the only real choice.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with the big question: what even is value? Then we'll dive deep into understanding your customer, which is where it all begins. From there, we'll define your unique solution, look at the different kinds of benefits you can offer, and cover how to prove your claims. And finally, we'll put all those pieces together into one killer statement.
All right, let's kick things off. Section 1, what is your value? This whole entire process really boils down to answering just one single, incredibly important question.
And this is it. This is the big one. Why should customers choose you instead of all the other options out there? I mean, really think about that. If you don't have a clear, compelling answer to this question, you're going to struggle. Everything we talk about from this point on is designed to help you build a rock-solid, confident answer to this.
So where do you even start answering that huge question? Well, here's the twist. You don't start with your product. You start with your customer. You absolutely have to know who you're building value for before you can even begin to create it.
And that means you have to get specific. You can't just aim at everyone. Who are you really talking to? Is it busy professionals trying to juggle a million things? Is it new parents who haven't slept in a week? The more you zero in on a specific customer segment, the clearer their problems are going to become.
You can think of your customer's problems like an iceberg. On the surface, what you hear is the simple need. I need a task manager. But the real problem, the thing that keeps them up at night, is hidden below the water. It's that feeling of being totally overwhelmed, that deep down fear of dropping the ball. A great value proposition doesn't just solve the surface problem, it soothes that deeper pain.
So, how do you uncover those hidden pain points? You have to become a detective. You got to ask the right questions. Who are we really creating value for? What's the biggest headache in their day? And maybe the most important question of all, why are the current solutions out there just not cutting it for them? Your biggest opportunity is hiding right there in the answer to that last question.
Okay, so once you have that really deep, empathetic understanding of your customer's problem, now you can start talking about your solution. And this isn't just about listing off a bunch of features. It's about framing what you do as the absolute perfect answer to their pain.
A great way to think about this is like telling a mini story in 3 parts. Act 1, state the problem. Show them you genuinely get what they're going through. Act 2, introduce your solution as the hero that's here to save the day. And then, for the finale, Act 3, explain what makes your hero different from all the others. Are you faster, cheaper, simpler? That one thing is your unique edge.
But a fantastic solution isn't just about what it does. It's all about what the customer truly gets. You know the old saying, right? People don't buy a quarter-inch drill, they buy a quarter-inch hole. They buy the outcome. And it turns out there are a few different types of benefits that really truly matter to people.
Let's break this down. You can think of value as having 3 layers. The first is functional value, the practical stuff. It saves you time, it saves you money. Then there's emotional value. It makes you feel less anxious, more confident, more in control. And finally, there's social value. It makes you look good to other people, more organized, more reliable. The most powerful products hit all 3 of these notes.
Okay, so making big promises about all these amazing benefits, that's the easy part, right? Anyone can do that. But now comes the really crucial part. You have to prove you can actually deliver. You have to back up everything you've said with cold, hard proof. And honestly, one of the most powerful ways to do that is with social proof just like this. When a potential customer reads these words, it's not just a company tooting its own horn. It's a real person, just like them, sharing a real experience. That makes the benefit feel so much more personal and, more importantly, believable. Now, while a personal story connects on an emotional level, hard data like this builds a totally different kind of trust. A big, confident number tells a potential customer that success isn't just a one-off thing, it's a consistent result. It basically says, hey, this works for pretty much everyone who tries it. And listen, testimonials and stats are just the beginning. You have a whole toolkit you can use to build up that credibility. Things like in-depth case studies, industry awards, getting mentioned in the media, or even getting a nod from an expert. They all work together to build this fortress of trust around your claims.
All right, we have done the work. We've defined the customer, we understand their problem, we've shaped our solution, we've identified the benefits, and we know how to prove it all. All the pieces are finally on the table. Now it's time for the grand finale, putting it all together into one clear, powerful statement.
And this simple formula right here is the perfect blueprint to do it. It forces you to get super clear and concise. It takes everything we've just talked about, your customer, their problem, your solution, and your unique benefit, and distills it down into one perfect sentence. Let's see what it looks like in action.
And boom, here it is. Just look at how every single element has its own special place. You've got the specific customer, busy professionals, you've got their deep pain point, project overwhelm, you've got the solution, an AI-powered task manager, and you've got that crystal clear, unique benefit you'll regain 5 hours a week. It's simple, it's direct, and it's incredibly powerful.
So there you have it. That's the entire framework for building a value proposition that doesn't just describe what you do, but truly connects with people. It all comes back to that very first question we asked. But now, you've got the tools to build a fantastic answer. So I'll leave you with this. What's your value proposition?